Next on the Broadway Show, live from New York, it's Spamalot. SNL alum Taran Killam is here to talk about playing Lancelot on Broadway. Plus, Betty Boop comes alive. We'll meet the stars of the new musical, Boop. And we're taking a walk with one of the stars of Merrily We Roll Along. I'm Tamsen Fadal, and this is the Broadway Show.
Winter's right around the corner, and there's a nip in the air, but Broadway, well, it's as hot as ever. I'm Tamsen Fadal. The search for the Holy Grail continues on Broadway with the revival of Spamalot. SNL alum Taran Killam plays Lancelot. We caught up outside the theater. Well, let's talk about it. So, big night?
Yes, we just had our first preview last night. It was a roaring success.
Yes.
It was perfect.
Yeah.
It was perfect because the Python fans came out. They
Yeah.
were dressed up. You know, I had nerves and bubbles, so I didn't really look into the audience much until curtain call. And when I did, it was just, there were swords and rabbits and Knights of Me, and it was amazing. It felt like a party. It was a great first performance for an audience.
Does that always put you a little bit at ease when you know that they're just there to have a really good time? They're not there to judge, they're there to have a really good time.
100%, and you hear the recognition from the fans, right? Of just an appearance. I mean, in Hamilton, it was a similar thing. You come out as the king, and people know it's coming. So now I'm coming out as the French taunter, and there's an applause break, and as the Knight of Knee, and people are already chanting knee from the audience. So it's really a special show for me, because I grew up a Monty Python fan my whole life.
That's what I was going to ask you.
Yes.
Oh, have you really? Oh,
yeah,
wow.
The Holy Grail in particular, could quote start to finish. So learning lines was a little bit easier for me, which was nice.
Did SNL help prepare you for this? Because these are lines, and I guess it's different, right? Because you're ready for any moment.
It's a good question. I think, yeah, obviously, I think the live part of Saturday Night Live is, of course, going to prepare you for the live element of Broadway. This show in particular, Josh Rhodes, our director, has been so generous and encouraging of these key moments of looseness, I'll say, and bringing the audience in and a little audience interaction. It's never the same show, which we hope inspires people to come back multiple times. But that looseness and that sort of playing to the audience for comedy's sake is definitely akin to my time on SNL.
Well, it's got to be a comfort level too, and to be able to play the audience, play with them a little bit.
For sure. I mean, I am in such a stacked cast with James Monroe, Iglehart, and Leslie Kritzer. I mean, come for the Kritzer, stay for the Kritzer, leave thinking about the Kritzer, return for the Kritzer, rinse, repeat.
You do have an incredible cast.
It's crazy.
It's got to be a fun backstage too.
And a kind one, and a supportive one. Monty Python was an ensemble comedy troupe, and I do feel that we are capturing some of that. Everybody wants everyone to win, everybody's willing to pass the ball, everybody is so encouraging, supportive, helpful, especially for, I haven't been on Broadway in about 5 years, so I felt a little rusty, a little like, do I remember how to do this? And with the help of my fellow castmates, you're the best, I love you. Happy holidays. Yeah, with the help of this team, I just I feel I'm able to do my very best, and I'm grateful to them.
You really do have the dream resume as an actor in New York, from SNL to Broadway. I mean, it doesn't get much better than than that. It really doesn't.
I feel spoiled. This city has been so good to me. I really didn't think I would be able to do theater. I have 2 daughters who are my reason for being, my grail, and so the idea of doing a Broadway show, I was like, well, that'll come once they're out of the house. So to be here for the holidays, doing a Monty Python musical, you couldn't have drawn up a better dream role for me, quite honestly.
We're celebrating another huge opening night on Broadway. The new musical Harmony from Barry Manilow and Bruce Sussman is now on Broadway. It tells a remarkable story of the comedian harmonist, the biggest music sensation of pre-Nazi Germany. We hit the red carpet with the stars opening night.
So it's about 6 guys who lived in the 1930s, came into international fame, and it's basically a story of why you've never heard of them. You gotta get in the theater, you gotta get in the seat in order to actually experience the show.
You're gonna feel all the feelings. So you're gonna have a lot of joy, a lot of laughter. Your heart is going to bring a lot of tissues, but you will walk away feeling hopeful. I hope there is hope in the midst of horror. There has to be. It's something for everyone. This show is for all of us.
5 of the 6 guys are making their Broadway debuts right now. And so to get to be kind of living this like meta version of the characters that we're playing in our show, rising into the scene together, getting to make our Broadway bows together, it's so incredibly joyful, and I'm so grateful that as time goes on, we'll have each other to be keepers of the history with one another.
This is the first time that I am originating a role on Broadway, and it has been just so wonderful to get to give everything that I can of myself to bring this character to life. She's such an important character. She represents so much for so many women everywhere, Jewish women everywhere. I feel that responsibility on my shoulders, and it's just gotten to be so wonderful to be a part of the process of building the show.
We always wanted to tell this story about these 6 remarkable young men who the world all but forgot. And maybe with this, they'll be remembered.
The whole point of the show is to remember these 6 incredibly talented men. That's the most important part for us. And yet, and to do it in New York, where we always wanted to do this. So it's very exciting.
The new musical Boop celebrating its pre-Broadway world premiere in Chicago. Paul's here now with the story.
That's right, Tamsen. Boop is gearing up for a premiere bow in Chicago. I got a chance to sneak into an early rehearsal here at New 42 and chat with director Jerry Mitchell and title star Jasmine Amy Rogers.
Okay, fellas, King of G, wait, you're saying, who is she?
I love a new musical.
So do we.
It's a brand new musical. Yeah, there's no book, no movie, no nothing.
And based on what I've seen today, you already have like a showstopper. So I feel good about Boop.
We have a couple of showstoppers.
I think so.
It's all the stuff that goes in between.
Right.
That's the hard stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Betty is already bopping and booping. And, I mean,
trying.
it's all happening. What is
Yeah.
it like for you, Jasmine, to land this role? I mean,
it was wild. It was wild because I did some workshops in the past, and I played a different character. I played Trisha. I auditioned for Betty. I didn't get it. It just wasn't in me. Like, I didn't believe it, I don't think, that I could get it. And then they were still auditioning, and I was like, I have to get back in there.
Her last audition, she left the room, and you don't know this. I said, well, it's her role. She came in and proved that it's hers. And that's what you want. You want somebody to come in and say, this is my role, and I'm gonna do this, so where do I sign? She's got 2 massive songs. The song you saw today is the end of a first act number, which I like to end a first act number with a bang, and
yes,
that number ends it with a bang.
As you know, I'm not from here, local legend like some here. Yeah, but now that I've come here, it's where I wanna be. I love that music you're playing, got me stopping and swaying. You can go, but I'm staying, it's where I wanna be.
tell me about Betty Boop in 2023. I mean, what is she like?
She's a fun-loving girl who goes on these adventures and lives this beautiful, happy life. So much time has passed from when she was first created, but
1930.
yeah, but I mean, what I think is kind of beautiful about it is that we as women, we've changed so much, but we've always still been, women, and she's this beautiful epitome of girl power and woman power, something that we've not always necessarily had, but have always wanted. And even today, we still want that. And so she's just a girl who's ready and willing to go for all those things, fight for all those things, and show other people that we can get them. I think she's really inspiring. She's got my heart. So I mean, yeah.
I mean, she's a 2-dimensional character to many of us, and I think in the musical, I think she kind of maybe starts as a 2-dimensional character, and then
She's definitely a character that was drawn in black and white.
For sure.
And there's one thing that's been missing, and she doesn't know what it is, and she goes on the journey to find that. And when she finds it, she becomes more 3-dimensional.
Yes.
She finds love, and it fills her life with color. But it's basically just, it's fun. I want to go to the theater and have a good time.
Yeah.
I want to have fun, and I want to walk out singing songs.
It's like a trip to the moon, except 1,000 times better. This girl may swoon, and if she does, I say let her.
this is a huge opportunity.
Yes.
What was it like when the news came out about this, and what are your friends all saying now, and how are you feeling?
It It's really wild. When I got the call, I was so excited, and I was like on my way to like some workout class, and like it derailed my day in the most amazing way. I couldn't tell anybody for a while, you know, because we had to keep it.
Yeah.
So like I told like my mom, but when I got to tell everybody and like see it all happen, it felt really real in a beautiful way. You know, it is life-changing, and I'm like currently in it. So you know, it's really wild, but it's been amazing.
We're in it, you know what I mean? We are in it. We are so in it. And this is our 4th week.
Yeah.
And we've been killing ourselves. And we will continue to. I've told them, you know, I work every day in Chicago. I don't go to Chicago to just do the show. I go to Chicago to work.
Right.
Because you have an audience and you have a review, and then you can continue to hone the show and use those audiences to see if they feel a change in what you're doing. So you find that out when you're in front of an audience, you know, and that's the fun of it.
Well, there's one thing you know how to do, Mr. Jerry Mitchell, and that's make musicals that send us out singing and feeling good.
I hope. Yes, I think so with this.
I think so. I know so.
Merrily We Roll Along just rolled back to Broadway for the first time in 42 years, and it features a star-studded cast. Here's Charlie Cooper with a look.
Krystal, thank you so much for joining us.
Very happy to be here.
How was opening night? I have to know.
Opening night was amazing and beautiful, and it was really just a time for us to have a celebration to culminate this over a year that we've been sharing this time together. Like, we've been living with the show for so long. We've wanted to share it with the masses for a long time. We want to make Sondheim proud. So it was a night where we really got to finally truly celebrate.
Gussie is very fabulous.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit more about what drew you to her character.
Oh man, there's so many reasons that like Gussie and I connect. As soon as I read the script, I was just like, wow. This woman has been in 5 Broadway shows. She's like, feels like she's inches away from the top. You know, success isn't happening fast enough. All these different things that I'm just like, as an actor, you feel, you know? And then on top of it, I started thinking about all the incredible Black women of the 50s, 60s, and 70s who were trying to forge their path.
Yeah.
And I thought of Eartha Kitt and Dorothy Dandridge and Diane Carroll and Diana Ross. You know, these women who just like really, you know, beat the odds.
Yes.
And that level of grit and determination. And then also I was just like, you know, what's on the page is absolutely beautiful, and I want people to see how complex this character can be, and also how in-depth this character can be, because she goes through 20 years just as much as everybody else does. Like, we're all going through this 20 years of going from, you know, super hopeful to where we end up, which is not great, but it's like the choices that we make along that route.
There's always been this allure around Sondheim's work and his talent. Being in this particular show, how is that reflected, and how are you like seeing what the hype is all about in real time?
Oh gosh, I feel like there's always new nuggets of like little Easter eggs that are in the music. There is just so much to mention in Sondheim's music. There's so many layers, and something can seem so simple on the surface, and then you're just like, after you repeat it a couple of times, you're like, whoa, that is actually a way deeper meaning. To be able to come here, and this is my first Sondheim show, to be able to come here and kind of merge me, who I am, and with the allure and the magic of Sondheim is just like once in a lifetime.
Listen, we're at work.
Yes.
Literally.
We are here at the wonderful Hudson Theater.
Yes, here to see you shine. Break a leg.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, it's time to go to work and come visit us on Broadway.
We've got a whole lot more coming up next on The Broadway Show.
I'm Ferry Sook, speaking with one of the members of the Hadestown Band, keeping their audiences living it up on top.
This is The Broadway Show, and we're back in just a few.
I'm Daniel Radcliffe, and you're watching The Broadway Show. Yeah.
Welcome back to The Broadway Show. I'm Tamsen Fadal. Let's get back to it.
And I'm not alone. I hear the rocks and stones.
In Hadestown, a song can change your fate. The winner of the 2019 Tony Award for Best Musical remains one of Broadway's hottest tickets.
Let's send it out to Perry Sook.
Hadestown's Tony Award-winning score is truly worth the hype, and the band not only plays it, but feels like another character in the show. I'm headed inside the Walter Kerr to go catch up with one of the astounding members of the Hadestown Band. So we're here on the set, literally within an hour of curtain, with the guitarist here at Hadestown, Alusha Tsanatse. Thank you so much for the time today.
My pleasure.
So I gotta say, we're inches away from where you sit throughout the entire show. What is it like being such a pivotal part? You know, you're not in a pit, you're not isolated, you're here playing guitar on the stage.
I love being able to see the cast as I'm playing and look out across the stage to all the other musicians and see the audience. The set itself is a bar, more or less. So I feel like I'm playing in a bar band in front of, 1,000 people.
How do you go about mixing? You know, you don't have the conductor, you aren't all there in the pit. You know, how do you go about making sure everyone's together, making sure the levels are great and everything when you're here on the stage in the action?
The piano player is also works as the conductor, and he's got a little camera on him, and everybody can see him from the stage and all around. But we also have these in-ear monitors that we can ride the volume of all the musicians, the singers, even the audience level we can ride as we're playing, so we can hear everything.
Music is such an integral part of this show, you know, because Orpheus is a musician himself. You actually help coach the Orpheuses, Orphei, I don't even know how to say the plural of that, when they play the guitar. What is that process like, you know, taking maybe a singer who's never played before and kind of coaching them up to be this Greek musician?
I've been teaching for a really long time. I've had students since, I was in college, actually. It's the first started, being a professional musician early on. I've always had students. And I've gotten to teach some of the Orpheuses that have done the tour, the understudies here. It's always been really interesting and just pure pleasure to work with them.
Are there any moments that you get caught up in the musical, in the magic of Orpheus that it's almost hard to maintain the band, or is it all business as usual?
Of course, there's always elements of surprise, so I have to
live theater.
Yeah, exactly. You have to keep a lookout for things. There's always something that can come up, and that's very exciting, and I sort of welcome it at this point. Listening is the key for me to be able to play the show well. I have to be in tune with especially the drummer, bass player, piano player. That's the rhythm section that I'm part of. So I have to be totally locked into how they're feeling the rhythm. And at this point, I've done it over 500 times or something like that. But it's still like every single time you have to give it your all to make it sound good.
So obviously we're here, we're on a Broadway stage, you're in your first Broadway show, but I gotta ask you, what does Broadway mean to you?
I'm somewhat new to the Broadway world, but this sense of community here, it's kind of like going to camp, being at work. There's the love between all the different people that work here, in the cast, in the band, in the crew, people front of house, back of house. There's such a overwhelming sense of community, and not to mention the audiences that come to every show. So it's been a very lovely experience for me to be part of this family.
Thanks for sticking around. I'm Tamsen Fadal.
Good evening, this is Dr. Emily Brown, and this is my time machine.
A time machine? Ready to go back in time? It's Back to the Future the musical, now on Broadway. And Casey Likes plays Marty McFly. He's doing a vlog for us called The McFly Files on Broadway.com. Check out this preview.
This is the end of The McFly Files. I'm super emotional about it, and I wanted to sing about it. This is vlog in time. Hit it. Tell me, Roger, what are we vlogging this time? Woo! Hey! Come on now. Yeah. Is this a tag team? Or watch what happens live? Hey. All I wanted to do was film Doc behind the scenes. So take me away, I don't mind, but you better promise me you'll be on my You better remember, I used to play it all. So take me away. I don't mind, but you better promise me you'll be home. I'm gone this time. Fuck, fuck. Hey. Oh, gone this time. Fuck, fuck.
That's all for now. I'll see you next time. I'm Tamsen Fadal, and this is The Broadway Show.